Welcome to Melbourne. We have finally got here, and I haven't done a vlog in ages, so I thought it would be a really good idea to get some footage whilst we're in Melbourne. Say hi, Shawnee.
Get some footage.
So we're finally here. This is the view from our apartment. We've got a really good view. We're literally like a few hundred meters away from where the expo is, where Crown is. We've picked a good spot this year. So a little bit of a story about Arnold's experience the last 2 years. So last year we got here and our accommodation had been booked wrong, and we were like at the arse end of Melbourne, and we had to, was that the only bad thing that happened last year, or was there anything else?
Then we got put in a tiny room
Yeah.
where I was literally taking a shit right next to the bed.
So then we got moved from that one because we were paying I think $250 a night, $300 a night for some.
Ain't paying that.
And it didn't have a kitchen, and we'd requested a kitchen specifically. So that was obviously why we pay more money. And I don't mind spending money when I travel, but I kind of expect that I'm gonna get certain things like a kitchen if it's requested. So anyway, not gonna be negative, but that was our experience last year. And I think that we must be jinxed when it comes to Melbourne, but like we've said, that's today, and tomorrow's gonna be a better day. But we've, so we missed our flight this morning. That was our own stuff up. I actually printed out the 2016 flights because it was literally the same date. I must have just searched in my emails for the email from my travel agent, and I was like, oh yeah, we fly at 9:45, and we're actually running a little bit late even for that flight, typical me. And then I realized when we were in the car on the way there looking for it that it said 2016. Our flight was actually 5:45 a.m. in the morning. So we've been up since, I got up about 6 to walk the dogs, was up working till 1 a.m. So I've had about 5 hours sleep. But it's now, what time is it?
8:45. No.
Quarter to 8.
No, that's not right.
It's later than that, isn't it? Quarter to 9?
My watch. 10:45.
Quarter to 10. So Perth time, it's about 7:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7:15 in Perth. So we've been up pretty much all day. Finally got here, and then it took us about then we got given our rental car, and we got given a manual, and I can't drive a manual because I have an automatic license.
Okay.
Don't judge me. And then they had no autos in stock, so Sean has to drive the whole weekend. We might go and change the car over tomorrow if possible. I think we'd be able to do that in the city. Anyway, so then we finally got that, and then it's taken us an hour to get to our apartment, which has no signage at the front. So anywho, we're here. We're gonna make sure that the rest of the weekend's positive, no more shit. And I get a little bit, overwhelmed in these situations, and I don't want to say the stressed word, but it starts to just really frustrate me. So I've got to kind of chill out now that we're finally in. I feel much better. Sean has to deal with me.
She gets grumpy as hell.
I hadn't eaten either.
You don't get stressed, but you get grumpy.
Dehydrated, hadn't
deal with
eaten.
it?
I've had about 1 litre of water today, and I normally drink about 5, so we're gonna go find some water, go get some jugs. But I thought I would show you just some of the simple things that I travel with in terms of food and supplements. I probably have brought more stuff than what I normally would. I'm a big packer as it is, Sean's gonna laugh at me. Brought more stuff food-wise. I think last Arnold's we didn't really bring a lot. It's because we're both prepping at the moment, even though we're very far out from our shows. We still, two things. We want to save money. The food was crap last year at the expo, so we'd rather bring as much food as we can. And we are prepping, so we actually bought scales this year. I don't think we really used scales last year. So a couple of simple things I will show you that I've brought. Alright, so in here, this is a really good travel tip. Plastic cutlery, because you know at the airport how they take all your cutlery off you. I've got plastic, and then as well you can just throw them out. Like if you're going to the expo, they're really handy. Same with Ziploc bags. I always bring tons of them, so then if we do cook up food, you're not having to take around like heavy containers all the time. You can just throw meals in bags, which is so much easier, and then maybe just use one container and throw all your food in. In here, my little drug box, I've kind of just brought my essential supplements. I haven't brought everything that I take, but just the ones. I've been feeling a bit run down lately, and I'm not going to get the flu. I'm going to stay positive, but I bought some vitamin C just to keep my immune system firing. Now these probiotics are actually shelf stable. They're not my fridge ones, so they're not quite as strong, but they're really, really handy for traveling. So I bought extra because if my stomach does get a little bit sensitive with foods eating out, then I can have 2 instead of my normal 1. I've only just started taking this again for comp prep. It's the ATP T432. I'm not taking any pre-workouts or stimulants at the moment, so I'm going to have this instead as a pre-workout, or if I'm doing cardio in the morning. And then I've got magnesium, which is probably my favourite supplement to always travel with. These ones look huge. They're so big.
Suppositories.
Suppositories. Great. Shove them in your butthole. They're pretty strong. What were they? I think 300?
Maybe.
I think about 300 milligrams. And then I've just got, that's just protein powder. I just find that I don't like traveling with the big tubs. So that is, I'm trying to remember what brand it is. It's cookies and cream. I think it's Farmer Pure or Farmer Way. It's a whey. So just an isolate. Cookies and cream I feel like is a good flavour that kind of goes with everything no matter what I'm doing. We're going to buy some oats tomorrow. That is a big tub of chocolate macro snacks, which is this product but in chocolate. I think there's about 500 grams in there, so really super easy go-to meal as well. And then we've obviously got a whole bag of the vanilla as well. Sean just grabbed a kilo because knowing him, he'll probably get through that in about 3 meals.
Not my poverty macro.
And then in this bag, like I said, I'm not taking pre's in terms of stims at the moment, so I've got some creatine. That looks really dodgy when you travel. It's completely fine. People freak out about traveling with this stuff. I've never ever been asked any questions. I've even have it in my hand luggage. And then carnitine. So, and then the only one I've brought in a tub is branch chains because I tend to use a lot of that. And then Shawnee can share it with me. Shaker. And then in here I've just got some just plain almonds. Really good for getting fats in because there's obviously carbs and protein. And then I've just got a few green tea sachets, again, if I'm feeling a little bit low on energy or I just want to, you know, I don't tend to have them a lot. But we haven't had a lot of sleep the last few days, so we'll see how we go. That's basically the dry staples that I brought, a few sachets of stevia. And then in terms of actual made food, again, we didn't bring a lot because we have got a kitchen here. So we'll do some cooking, but we bought some food on the aeroplane. I made up these little protein muffins. So they're literally just like 1 whole egg, a few whites, some corn pieces, which is like a vegetarian bacon. So I'm just going to have them as like a snack. I have got, that says 300 grams of turkey mince, so that'll be like 3 meals for me. I just find protein's the most annoying thing to cook, so we did kind of cook a bit of protein before. And then I've just got a few more of those. They're just 100 gram bags. I've got a few meals that I've written up. Really simple, 100 grams chicken, 50 grams sweet potato, 5 grams butter. And then this one that's cracked is beef, 100 grams of, they're like seasoned veggies, so sweet potato and stuff. And I'll probably add some nuts to that meal. I think I've got 1 more of those. They're all a little bit cracked from travel. Those ones. And then we've got, I don't know how much chicken's in here. A kilo of chicken, that'll pretty much be Sean's. And some sweet potato as well, mashed up, that we just baked off. And then the only other thing that we've really brought, we have brought scales this year. And then Sean's got just some plain WPC and his Gatorade if we need some carbs. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we have got a little kitchen. So we've got a bit of space, we've got a fridge, we've got a microwave, so we should be pretty set.
I think so. Better than last year. We came and cooked it all here and we had that shit pan, didn't we?
Oh, this shit pan.
Burnt it all.
And I travel with way too much shit. All organised, got on my tripods and on my camera chargers, so I can get some work done. A little bit more client work to do, and then tomorrow I want to try to get on top of all my client stuff tonight and have a rest day from training today. I did walk the dogs this morning. We've been walking around the airport a lot, but yeah, pretty much as of tomorrow we're planning on actually going for a drive down to Bells Beach with the hire car and going and seeing a little bit more of Melbourne before kind of the craziness of the expo starts, which would be really nice. Shawnee hasn't been down there. We might go train down at one of the Derrimits, maybe down in Geelong as well. which will be cool. But yeah, they're pretty much the staples for travel. You don't need to worry domestically about bringing any food. You can even bring liquids and things like that on the plane. But it's more the international. Again, international, you can bring food, you can bring all of that sort of stuff. The only things you might get flagged for is things like nuts and seeds. But again, I find if you throw them in your actual luggage and not your carry-on, doesn't tend to be an issue. Any food in your hand luggage is completely fine other than that. It's obviously just liquids international. So I remember I got like pulled over for a yogurt once. You couldn't even have that because it's classed as a liquid, that sort of thing. You just got to be careful of. So that's pretty much it. I will do some more vlogging along the weekend because I know I've been really slack with YouTube, but I've been doing a lot of podcasts. So be sure to watch those. I'm going to be doing some podcasts with a few people here, which is really cool. And I won't spoil who I'm going to have on that just yet, but I'll definitely be doing some of that as well as getting some training footage, some footage at the expo, and a few other bits and pieces. So it's going to be a really awesome weekend. Sorry for this bit rambly vlog, but I wanted to get something up and rolling so that we can have one kick-ass weekend. So stay tuned. I hope these little travel tips food-wise helped. And yeah, we're gonna go, I don't know if we're gonna go now and get some more food or if we can't be bothered. Water! We're gonna go stock up on water. That is the first thing I always do whenever I land somewhere. Go and get water, get rehydrated, and get a good night's sleep. I'm gonna get up in the morning and maybe go and do a little bit of cardio, maybe a bit of a walk around Melbourne because it's gonna be hot tomorrow. So I'll leave it there and I'll see you for the rest of the expo weekend. It is day 2 at, it's not even the Arnold's yet because really everything kicks off on Friday. But it is about 10:30 Melbourne time. We had a little bit of an unexpected sleep in. We were exhausted. I think we got to bed about 1:30 when I finished work Melbourne time, which is not too late Perth time. It's probably about 11:30. But we woke up at 10 here, which is about 7 a.m. So, you know, it's a good 7-8 hours sleep, which is what we wanted. But this is our view this morning. The ocean over there. It's going to be a pretty nice day in Melbourne today. I think it's going to be 31 degrees. I actually was born in Melbourne and did grow up here, so I'm going to take Sean to a few places that he hasn't been. But last year we were here, we literally spent all of our time in the city, which can be a little bit claustrophobic. I'm not really a massive city person. So we're going to go head down to Bells Beach, go for a drive down the coast and just go do a little bit more sightseeing, which will be nice. But important too, we are prepping, so we need to be on track with our food. So we have prepped some food to take with us. We're not going to take a massive amount. We're going to keep all our made food for the expo. But breakfast, we have got some yogurt, chobani, extra protein powder, and then some macro snacks to take with us. I've thrown in some extra almonds in there, and that's it. We're going to get on the road.
It's about the journey.